We now navigate to Manor Grange Stud Show Centre in the UK county of West Yorkshire to meet Jill Greenwood. She and her stalwart steed Storm are veterans of the side saddle circuit and two-time National Supreme Performance champions. They're joined today by 18-year-old Lily, a junior rider who's hoping to not only emulate their success, but also help preserve and promote this ancient and most elegant of disciplines.
I've ridden since I was 2.5. We're at this Pangshanger house, which is just outside of Hertford. And I remember coming up the big drive and being plonked on top of the horse in front of Mum. Mum is a Cockney living in London. The royal family would have been really important to them. But, you know, they're a working class family, and to see that and then actually find that you're at a riding school that does do side saddle and you can learn, and that opportunity's there, I think that fired her imagination. I was bought a Shetland pony, really old pony. We didn't know he was in his 30s, and my very first side saddle ride was doing fancy dress on him. Storm, he'll be 25 in April. I bred him. I was with him the day he was born. I'd had his mum for over 20 years. She was an amazing side saddle horse too. And I can't actually believe, when I sit and think about it, she's given me Storm, and I've had all these side saddle experiences with him. He's been national performance side saddle champion with me twice. And then there's under championships, as I call it, within that. So he's been show jumping champion, dressage champion, cross country champion, versatility champion, veteran horse, veteran rider, which I'm really proud of. He's not your high quality show hunter riding horse. He is a family horse, and he will literally turn his hoof to anything you ask him and give you his absolute best. And yeah, love him to bits.
I've been riding side saddle since COVID, so about 5 years. Something I've always wanted to do, and my mum used to run the national show, and it's just gone from there. Jill's just the main person really, and Janet, that have got me going with the side saddle job. She's just always been such a lovely person and so encouraging with me and the side saddle job, and really helped me and trained me with Florence.
Lily, she's up and coming. She's got a really bright future. So the history of side saddle, you can trace that back, way back, even sort of back to Pilgrim's Progress time. Horses were a form of transport. There wasn't any other transport, and the carts were incredibly uncomfortable. They hadn't got springs, so you're going through rutted tracks and things. Actually, to sit on the back of a horse behind your man, it's called planchette style. You sit completely sideways to the horse with the head here. You've got your feet on a little wooden board. That was the real beginnings. The habits that we wear, which is the jacket and then the skirt, which we call an apron, which is open-sided for safety, probably started to develop around the 1900s. We haven't changed hugely from them. The aprons have got a bit shorter, there's a more open side than there was. The jackets stay very much the same.
I think it makes me ride better because I've got it all on, and it's so elegant. It makes a picture.
It just gives you a feeling of elegance, and I personally think it's a really lovely feeling. Yeah, I actually completed a dream this year. I rode at the Great Yorkshire Show in the ladies side saddle class on Storm, my homebred horse. When you went into that Great Yorkshire arena and you got the crowd, and you do hear a bit of a gasp. There's 20 ladies, perfect as you can be. I mean, turnout, cleanliness is essential, attention to detail is essential. It felt incredibly special.
Jill and Lily's host at Manor Grange Stud Show Centre is mentor Janet Senior. She's a Grade A side saddle tutor who's played a huge part in helping hone the pair's skills.
That's it. Nice and smoothly. Keep the rhythm. No faster, no slower. It's a sport for everybody. And even when I first started, there was definitely a class difference in things. And I think when I met Jill, her passion was side saddle, but of course we're all different builds and we're all different personalities. And so I think that Jill's journey had been quite hard, And I think probably because I'm a little bit more grassroots based, perhaps that's the bond that we sort of got on, and I think I helped on a journey of having confidence in herself, to believe in herself, go in there and give everybody a run for the money. Good. Right, let's really think about those right seat bones now. There is that extra expertise that you need, and it's something that will improve your balance, and it makes you into a better astride rider. You have to develop a very good central balance feel, because it's all about central balance. It's not having the luxury of having 2 feet in 2 stirrups. You're sat on top of a side saddle, where astride you're sat into the horse more. So you very much feel that you're slightly separated to a degree, because the horse is below you and much more in front of you than sat astride. I always feel like I'm stepping back in time. I just have a feeling how that elegance and how it must have felt to be one of those women riding at that time when it was very limited to who could do that. Makes you push that right toe down and lift that frame up a little bit and hold onto your hat when you start galloping down the long side.
Just always something I've admired, and it's always so elegant. And when we used to run the national show, and there's such lovely people there, and it's just such a nice community to be involved in. We've always said that like elegance is an attitude, and it's so lovely to have those people that don't know anything about it, never seen it, can come and have a look and be a part of it from a spectator's point of view.
It's an art, it's a skill in its own, and it's important that that skill is passed on, because I don't want the art of side saddle to die and it become in the history books that it's something people did once upon a time.
It is so unique, and we need to keep people interested and them coming through to keep it alive.
I think if it grabs you, it really grabs you, and I'd hate to say it, but it's almost addictive. I want to do this and loved it. It's just, I find it really interesting. I love the technicality of it. There's a lot of etiquette with it. I love history. I love horses. Just being with horses is absolutely my thing. It's kept me vaguely sane over 60 odd years. I cannot imagine life without them. I feel incredibly privileged to be their friend, and they've been part of my life. I don't know where my next phase will take me. I'm not going to think about it. But while Storm and I can keep going, we'll keep going. Right, we'll do less than what we used to do, but as long as he's happy and having fun, then I'm having fun too.